So let's come to standing on the mat. So feet about hip width distance, and start to think about the feet being grounded in contact with the earth, the hips over the ankles, shoulders over hips, and ears over shoulders, and then turn your palms face forward. So we're grounded here, and we're just going to let our breath come into our practice. Just start to smooth out the breath. So we're nice and upright now, so let's think about moving energy and warmth through the body. So go ahead and put your hands on your belly for a moment with your middle fingers kind of touching, just touching there. And then exhale, bring your belly button towards your spine. You feel your hands move back. And then inhale into that same spot. Exhale again. And inhale. So now you know your diaphragmatic breathing. Go ahead and bring your hands down. And imagine that there's a nice light coming from the center of your body. And exhale. And now inhale into that light. And as you exhale, the light softens. It does not go out. And then as you inhale, that light gets brighter. And exhaling to soften. Good, yes. And as you inhale into that brightness, you notice that there's some warmth attached to it. And exhale. And as you take your next few inhales, you notice that that warmth is starting to spread all through your body. So just take a nice, easy flow of breath, inhaling into that warmth and light, sending it farther through the body each time. Okay, and now we're going to bring some to the heart. So turn your palms out, exhale, and then as you inhale, draw your arms up, keeping the shoulders soft, lengthening the side body. Touch your palms together, and exhale, hands to heart. Bring your hands back down. We gather light and energy. Draw the palms together, and exhale, bring it to the heart. And 2 more times like that. All right, now just wiggle around, just move around a little bit, release things that might have been starting to open up, and we'll go into our spinal sequence. So the feet are slightly wider than hip width distance. Your hands are going to be on your thighs, okay, with your hips slightly back, and inhale, arch. Shine your heart forward without throwing the head back, and then round and take your gaze towards your lap. Just let the head follow the spine. Okay, it's going to move up, but it's not going to be like a head movement. And we're just moving through cats and cows. And see what you feel working here. So the legs are pretty engaged. You might start to feel that the legs are working. You might notice something going on in the hip area, shoulders. Bless you. And the next time you're rounded forward, just hold there. Take a breath and draw your hands up, shake things out. Okay? All right, we're going to do a little side-to-side tilting here. So drawing the arms up, keeping the shoulders soft. So whether that means bending the elbows or not is up to you. Okay, we've interlaced the fingers, press them up toward the sky here, and we're going to tilt over to the left, making sure that right foot stays grounded. And come center and tilt over to the right, making sure the left foot is still grounded. And up, and we're going left. And up and right. And up. Now we're going to add here, so take it to the left and take your gaze up to the right. And come center and take it, tilt right, take your gaze up to the left. And up, we'll do it one more time like that. Gaze to the right, tilt left. And up, tilt right, gaze left. And up. This time we're going back over to the left. We're going to stay here, really consciously press through that right foot and then extend both arms and press the left fingertips away. Take your right shoulder behind you and just open up, shine the heart up. Yeah, and come back center. Bring the hands back up, interlace the fingers, palms toward the sky. Take it over to the right. Make sure your left foot is still in great contact with the earth. Release the arms parallel. Press the right fingertips away and take your left shoulder back and come forward. All right, we're going to go down and up a few times. So soft knees, soft hips. Just go down as far as you want. Inhaling and exhaling. Little forward folds here. So remember, we're warming up, so move as many things as you can here. Knees, hips, little down and up. Good, and let's bring it back up. Draw that warmth and light up with you as you raise your arms up toward the sky here. Drawing palms together and bringing your hands to your heart. All right, inhale and exhale. So we're going to do some big twisting with the arms, and it's going to really work those shoulders very well. So take your feet wider than hip width distance, soft knees and soft hips, okay? And reach your right arm forward and make a big circle around behind you. So we're doing like big circles with the arms. It's not just straight up and back. And let your whole body come into the twist with you. To the right, oh yeah. Nice shoulder opening. One more time to the right. And then come center. Ooh, I got a little crackling in my shoulder there. All right, now we're going to go to the left. Big circles and behind. And we're going to do 2 more times to the left and come back to center. Okay, let's go ahead and heel toe the legs back. Just move around, march a little bit in place here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to open up the muscles of the lower leg here, right? And get the feet working. So come to parallel. You can stay facing the way you are. I'm just going sideways so you can see what I'm doing. And hands to hips. You're going to need a little steady focus because it's going to be a little bit like balancing. And just slide your right foot back, maybe about a foot. Press the heel down. Bend your left knee. Okay, we're pressing through the heel. We're starting to feel that foot. Now we're going to raise the heel and press it down. And think about rolling through the foot as you raise your heel and press it down. Raise your heel, press it down and hold. Okay, now we're going to bend the back knee and feel the stretch more into the calf, straighten your front leg. And then come forward, heel down, and bend it back. Is this making sense? Forward and back. One more, forward and back. Okay, now we've got the feet back to side by side, and slide your left leg back. About a foot, heel is lifted, heel goes up and down. The right knee is slightly bent. Now the heel presses down and hold. Okay, bend your right knee without lifting the heel and straighten the left. This is your left knee, isn't it? And go forward and back. So we're working the left calf. Forward and back. Forward and back. And back and hold. All right, and bring it in and shake it out. Okay, so let's do some standing hip openers, okay? Since you have blocks, we're going to stand on a block. The reason for standing on the block is just so that leg that we're moving can swing freely. Because if you're not standing on a block, then your foot's going to keep hitting the floor. So if you can come to something that you can hold on to, right? Just rest your hand gently on. Yeah, if it's a table, that's good. Okay, and put one foot on the block. The reason for the hand is because we don't really want to have to worry about balancing here. We want to be able to just move the foot that's not on the block, the leg that's not on the block, forward and back. Yeah. Okay, so we're releasing that hip. And now we're going to pause here and take that leg in a half an X. So it goes forward on a diagonal, back on a diagonal. Forward and back. Okay, and now pause, and we're going to floss out the hip. So go ahead and bend that knee and take the knee across the body and behind. Across and behind. You feel how there's a lot of movement going on in the hip here. Yeah. And one more. Now just let that leg hang. Good. And come off your block. How does your standing leg feel? It worked hard, didn't it? And the leg that we moved, we opened the hip. So you can either move to a different side, or you can move your block, put your other foot on it, turn around, because it's the same exact thing. You don't really have to be looking, but stabilize yourself. And on your other leg, yep, we're going to go forward and back. Nice releasing swings. Stabilize, yep. That's all we're doing. Same thing we did last time. Forward and back. And now pause and take that other leg across diagonally in front and to the back diagonally. So it's like making an X, half of an X. Yeah, 3 and 2. And bring it in. Now go ahead and bend that knee and take the knee across the body and behind. So like flossing out the hip. Across and behind. There it is. You got it. Across and behind. Floss out that hip. 3, 2, 1. And then just let that leg hang. The one that's not on the block. It's just releasing all the muscles of that leg. Okay, and come on off your block. Put the block to the side and shake things out. All right, are we ready to move on? Come to the top of your mat. Okay. All right, top of your mat. And we're going to work our way down to the earth here. Inhale and exhale at the top of your mat. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive over straight legs. Swan dive. Take a half lift. Fold forward. Now bend at the knees and hips. Place the hands down and walk back to down dog. Walking back. So the hands are down and we're going to walk back to down dog. Remember, you could just walk back to a table too. That works too. Inhale and exhale. And let's just go ahead and alternate, bending one knee then the other, pressing those heels down. One heel down and hold. Other heel down and hold. Two heels down and hold. Bring the knees down and sit off to the side. We're coming into seated mountain pose. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale here. All right, shake things out. We're going to do some nice core work. Okay, so let's go ahead and bend the knees with the feet hip width distance. Lean back. Okay, so nice long spine. Arms are forward. Okay, you feeling your core work? Core is engaged. Okay, inhale and exhale. Now without moving anything else, just open the arms. Core is working. And bring the arms forward and arms overhead. And bring them forward. We're going to do that again. It's arms out and forward and up and forward and again out and forward. Arms up and forward. We're going to do one more. Arms out and forward and up and forward. And shake things out. All right. Core work in there. Thumbs up. Yes? Okay. Inhale and exhale. We're going to optional add a leg now. So the feet are down. We come back into that core. Okay. So the core is engaged, the spine is long, arms are forward. Arms come out, raise your right leg and tap down. And if that works for you, keep moving the leg as the arms come up and tap down. If that doesn't, just do what we just did with both feet down. Tap down, arms overhead, and tap down. We're going to go out, tap down, up, tap down, and one more. Out, tap down, and up, tap down, and shake it out. All right, ready on the left. Feet are hip width. Arms are forward. We lean back into core engagement with long arms. Okay. And the arms go out. Maybe the left foot comes up. Tap down. Arms overhead. Tap down. Out. Yes, tap. And up. Tap. And out. Tap. And up. Tap. We're going to do one more. Out. And up. Ooh, and release. Shake things out. Inhale and exhale. So from a nice, easy seat, you can also do this with your legs extended if you don't like having them crossed. Inhale the arms up, turn your palms forward, and we're just going to let the hands come down and gaze past the fingertips. So we're reopening the hips here. Inhale and exhale. So whichever leg is in front, that's where most of your hip opening is coming from right now. Bring the arms up, switch the legs, other leg is in front. You bring your arms up, turn your palms forward, and reach, hands down, gaze past your fingertips, and now your other hip is opening, releasing, inhaling and exhaling. All right, so now we're bringing it up. Welcome back and release. So let's shake things out. All right, we are ready to move to hands and knees. So if you want padding for your knees, grab it. Remember, you can always just fold up your mat. Okay. Be nice to your knees. We're coming to tabletop, and we're going to do glute presses and fire hydrants. So be comfortable here. Okay? Now you can also do this with your hands on a chair or the wall if tabletop gets uncomfortable for you, right? Okay, ready to go, guys? So hands and knees, inhale and exhale. All right, and we're going to make sure that we're nice and square here. Take your right leg up to hip height, bend the knee, flex that right foot, and press up like you're going to be making a footprint on the ceiling. Press up and up. 3 and 4. Glute squeeze. 5 and 6 and 7 and release. Okay, so now bring that knee down, and we're going to do that on the left. Take the left leg up hip height, bend the knee, flex the foot, and press, and press, press, and press. We're going press, and 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, come to your knees and just shake out the wrists. So that helps wake the glutes up from sitting, right? All right, now we're going to be doing, so really shake your wrists out for a moment, okay? And we're going to do fire hydrant. So we're back in our tabletop position. If your wrists are unhappy, just roll up the front edge of your mat and place the heel of your hands on that rolled part so the wrists are higher than the fingers. Okay, here we go. Right knee is bent, it stays bent. It's coming out to the side and back. Now try not to rest that knee down when you come back. Out and back. Take it out. Yes, back. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're in your nice square position here. Left knee comes out. So rather than rest the knee down each time, we're just keeping it elevated so there's a little more work going on. Let's go out. And 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. All right, if you started that early and you went more times on the left than on the right, just go 2 more times on the right. There you go. We like to be nice and even. Keep everything symmetrical. All right, let's shake out the hands and take the arms long forward. We're back in our tabletop. We're going to set the hips back, and we're just going to release so we can come into child's pose. So coming forward and back, just release, 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 and come into a nice child's pose. Remember, you want your forehead supported, so it's got to rest on something. Your hands, a block, your mat. Okay. We're going to work our way back to downward facing dog. So go ahead and make your way to down dog. Remember, your down dog can always be done with your hands on a chair or the wall. And from your down dog now, go ahead and walk your feet to the top of the mat, taking them wider as you go, till you wind up with your feet mat width distance apart. Take your forearms to your thighs, bring your hands together at your heart, press through the feet, lift up, fingertips up toward the sky, inhale, and just for fun, as you exhale the arms down, bring your feet closer together, back to mountain pose. Yes, inhale and exhale. All right, So that was that strengthening, right? We strengthened glutes, we strengthened the outer leg. So now we're going to do some lengthening of those parts. Come to the top of the mat, and we'll be doing a knee down crescent lunge. So once again, knee padding, if your knees prefer that. You can always flip up the edge of your mat, okay? Take your feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, let's swan dive. Go as far down as you want. Just keep your legs straight. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward, sink the hips down, walk the hands back. Just take your right leg back and stay in this lunge with your left knee over your left ankle, and then wiggle around. We keep going back to the hips here. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your back knee down. This will be your right knee. And float your arms up for a low crescent lunge. Draw your hips a little more forward to get more extension in that front hip flexor here. And go ahead and bring your hands down. Okay, so that was stretching there. The lunge helps stretch out the hip. Now we're going to go into plank, knees up or down, and chaturanga. And then we will be working on the lower back here as we take the arms forward, okay, and gaze toward the mat. Extend the right leg out behind you and lift the right leg. You feel that in the lower back, and release. And then extend the left arm and lift the left arm. And extend the right leg and the left arm and lift. So and release. They're already extended, but what I mean is make sure they're super lengthened. Now do that with the left leg. Lengthen the left leg and lift it. And release. Lengthen through the right arm and lift it. Your gaze stays towards your mat. And release. Lengthen the left leg and the right arm. Lift them. And release. We're going to find our way to down dog. Nice hamstring stretch in the down dog. Also beautiful lengthening for the spine. Inhale and exhale. So if you were doing this on the wall, you would want to walk back and feel that lengthening in the hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. All right, from here we're going to raise the right leg, step forward with the right foot, bring the left knee down, and arrange your body once again for a low crescent lunge. Left knee behind the hip, right knee over the right ankle. Arms up, low crescent lunge. Good. And release. And then tuck your back toes, lift your back leg, and step forward. Half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Good, and hands come heart center. Okay, we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side, so top of the mat. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Sink the hips down, hands down, left leg comes back. We're going to hang out in this lunge, wiggle around. Take the left knee down and lift into low crescent lunge. Good. All right, bring the hands down and find your way to a plank. Knees up or down, strong plank. Chaturanga down. Taking those arms back long in front, they're shoulder width or maybe slightly wider. The legs are hip width distance. And we're going to do right leg, left arm. And release. Left leg, right arm. And release. And if you feel like it's you today, 2 legs, 2 arms, we'll do it twice. You can stick with right and left and right if you prefer. Up and down, and one more time, up and down. Find your way to down dog. Feel that nice even balance between 2 hands and 2 feet. And then take your left leg up, step forward, bring your right knee down, and arrange yourself for low crescent lunge here. Bring your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and take a nice big step forward. Come into half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And we release. Oh, okay, let's shake out a little bit and do some balancing here, okay? So we're going to balance in a sun and moon. Let's just set up for balance, feet hip width distance, gazes forward, hands to hips, and go ahead and raise your right heel, and if it feels okay right now, continue with the knee. We're just assessing what balance is doing right now. Release, raise your left heel, and see if that left knee is ready. Good, and release. Now we'll add the arms. So let's go ahead, right heel, possibly right knee, left arm up, right arm down, sun and moon. And release, left heel, left knee if you're going there, right arm, left fingertips down. And release. Okay, now we're just going to float into it, right heel or knee and left arm all at once. Float it up. And release. And other side, left heel or knee, right arm. Perfect. Good. And release. Now with 2 feet on the mat, just close your eyes and explore the sensations that are going on in your body. Start to tap back in to that light and warmth that we started out building. See how the breath is moving. All right. Okay, let's take the feet wider than hip width distance with the toes turned out, and we're going to go down and up. Just releasing stuff, taking it to a 5-pointed star and moonflower. And easy breezy here, hold it up in 5-pointed star. Coming into sunflower, the knees go out, you fold forward, right arm in front of left, and come up. And left arm in front of right, and up. And just take that at your own pace. Next time you're down, stay there, take opposite arm to opposite elbow. Remember, you might be up high, you could be all the way low. And take this to a ragdoll. Just move things around. And let your head and neck participate here. Nod yes and no. And as you start to quiet the movement in the head, end on a yes. Come back to center with the arms. And as you start to straighten your legs now, let your forearms melt toward the earth. Bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up with a long spine, and come the rest of the way up. Okay, taking the feet together, heel toe, hop them together, however you like to get there. Okay, just move around for a minute here, make sure the body's all loose and happy. See if there's anything you want for final relaxation. And have it nearby as we start to work our way back down to the earth. Okay, so when you're feeling all loose and released and ready to come back to mountain pose at the top of your mat. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases, long legs, and just see where your swan dive goes now. Just observing, never judging. Hands to the thighs. Shine your heart forward. Hips sink down, hands to the mat. We come into down dog. Bring your big toes together and take the knees to one side, hips to the other. Okay, you might prefer to be in table right now and just wiggle your hips. That would be okay too. And come back to center, knees down, sit off to the side, and come into seated mountain pose. Inhale and exhale here. All right, we're going to do a straight leg forward fold. So we're in seated mountain pose with the feet flexed, the spine very long, and we're folding from the hip creases. This is the same as if we were standing up, right? That's how flexed the feet are. That's how we're using those hip creases. Inhale the arms up, lengthen the ribs away from the hip bones here, okay? And then just reach forward from the hips and let your arms go wherever they belong right now. Let your hands come down to your legs. They might be touching the feet. Some people wind up past their feet. Some people wind up here. Wherever you belong right now. Take a moment. Extend the arms long and sit up nice and tall here. Exhale the hands down. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Inhale and draw forward. Let the hands drop wherever they belong. Keep your spine long and gaze past your toes. Now you send them with long arms. Bring it up, hands down. Go ahead and bend your knees. We are rolling down to the earth here. Inhale and exhale here. All right. So we're going to bend the knees and let the knees open and close like little butterfly wings here. Yeah, just releasing, releasing. All right. And let's go ahead and extend the arms and the legs long. Inhale. Draw both knees in and hold on to either your shins or your hamstrings. Okay, feel that nice release here. And take this into a happy baby. So happy baby, you could be holding onto your hamstrings, inside or outside your feet. And then go ahead and massage the spine while you're here. The feet are flexed, yeah. Spine's getting a nice little massage, rocking around. Also a lot of hip release going on here. And then come back to center, bring your hands down by your side, and with your feet still up, point and flex the feet. Circle the ankles one direction and the other. All right, let's bring the feet down. And we're going to take the arms long out to the side. Okay. Take the legs close together and go ahead and do very gentle windshield wipers. Knees to one side, head to the other. Super gentle releasing. And coming back to center, leaving the arms extended. Okay, maybe take your feet back to hip width distance apart. Extend the fingers and wiggle. Extend and wiggle. Make a gentle fist. Extend, wiggle, wiggle, and rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands back down by your side. Scan your body. See if any kind of movements need to happen for you before you're ready to settle into our most important pose of the practice, final relaxation. So move around, realign, decide if you're going legs long or knees bent or going something completely different. Okay, we want to put the body in a position to consciously rest. Take an inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale. And as you slowly exhale, just let the body release onto the earth, moving into your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long arms and legs. And as you exhale, draw your knees in. Find your way over to a side. And back up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.